Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about quality and hopefully you can see that, the BREITLING B70 Aerospace Orbiter. I purchased this model a year and a half ago and now we have a fix. I find it fairly unbelievable that BREITLING can produce a watch that doesn't work or perform what it's meant to do. It is a beautiful watch, but I have fallen out of love with it. But we're going to take it from there. We are going to take it from there. Let's get driving because I'm on the way to the Potteries Motorcycle and Scooter Centre. And before we go any further, Susie is strapped in to my Mercedes E220 Estate, one of the older vehicles of choice for the countryside. There's a lot of people that are saying, strap your dog in. I guess you haven't lived in the countryside for too long. When we have flatbed trucks and pickup trucks with dogs in the back that are running freely. But I understand what you're saying. I understand. So she is strapped in. But things are different in the countryside. Although I will agree, the laws are not just for townies or country folk. So there you go. There you go. I will have lost some subscribers there. The numbers will go down. However, we're now at 9,000 subscribers. This is unbelievable. We're going to get on with the BREITLING in a minute. 9,000 subscribers, growing organically and superb. It's absolutely amazing. So, absolutely amazing. And I thank everybody for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe for future crazy content. BREITLING. In May 2000, so this is November 2025. In May 2024, 1.5 years ago, did I go and purchase said BREITLING Aerospace B70 Orbiter. It was a limited edition run, and there were rumours going around that BREITLING were going to drop the aerospace series. So I thought, as I'm a lover of the aerospace series, and I have an original aerospace from the 1990s, early 90s, I thought I'm going to grab this while I can, because I don't want to, and I knew it was going to be a limited run from a manufacturer perspective. So I thought I'm going to grab one before I end up dying. And sure enough, I went and grabbed one. And then within a month or two, found out it had got a fault on the hour hand. The hour hand was lagging behind. Took it back to the shop over in Sheffield at Meadowhall. And they knew that the fault was there. So they swapped that B70 out for a brand new B70, another one, and then took that B70 away, and sure enough, 2 months later I returned with the second B70 that had exactly the same fault on it. The hour hand was lagging behind. Anyway, due to being busy at work and things like that, I did contact Meadowhall. And due to work and things like that, I didn't get the chance to go over to take the second B70 watch back to have it replaced with another brand new one. So, again, I then eventually went to Meadowhall and swapped out the second B70 for a third B70, and I was warned that new editions of that B70, with it being a limited manufacture run, for whatever reason, we don't need to go into the details of that. With it being a limited manufacture run, this third brand new B70 would probably be the last one available from Breitling. So I took the third one, and I was losing a bit of confidence then in this particular model. Anyway, a week ago, bearing in mind this is the beginning of November, I went, the third one failed as well. So a few months ago I ended up taking it back, and they said there are no more B70s. We're going to have to send it back to Switzerland for it to be repaired. However, they do know this problem, Breitling do know this problem, excuse me, and they know what the repair is, they know what the fix is. So sure enough, a few months ago, so we're in November 2025, they took this third watch, B70, off me and sent it to Switzerland for repair. I picked it up a couple of days ago, and here it is. And to date, with having it and worn it for a couple of days, it does seem to be okay. However, the truth will come after a month or two of you wearing it. So I'm going to have to wear it. Normally I don't wear a watch at home because I work from home. I'm very, very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. So I don't tend to wear it, but when I go down to the cafe in the village or go shopping, I tend to wear a watch. And that might be what either my original Breitling Aerospace from the early 90s, or it might be my Super Ocean from, when was that? I don't know, 2007, 2005, which is a beautiful watch. Or in this case, it would be the B70. You should also note that when I took the third watch back, which I had for, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, maybe less than 5 or 6 months, the battery had run out as well. So the battery lasted on this third edition only 6 months. So let's just get around this roundabout and make sure no one does anything silly, and we're good to go. So yeah, the battery ran out after 6 months. That's not good. So they've handed it me back. I'm not particularly confident in it. I do think it's a beautiful watch, and if this is the last aerospace that Breitling produce, because no one uses a Breitling anymore for flying, they use iPads. Anyway, that's another subject as well, but we're not going to go into that. They were the days. I don't know. And there's been a lot of helicopter crashes lately. There's been one over in Canada where 3 young people were killed. There's one in Doncaster where the helicopter came down. That's a terrible thing. Terrible thing. Anyway. So, I've got this Breitling B70 back. It's meant to have been repaired. The guy in the shop at Meadowhall said the guarantee that it will be absolutely perfect. They've put a brand new Breitling guarantee on this for 2 years. And I also stated, if this doesn't work, then we have a major problem. We have a major problem in that I will need to bring this watch back to them and get a refund. Do you think that's reasonable? That I get a refund on this B70 after a year and a half and 3 watches later, and the third watch had to be repaired? Do you think that's reasonable? You tell me. I do love horology, and I've always been a Breitling fan. Way before they became popular, way before they were in films, way before John Travolta used to have them whilst he was in a particular film, because he always wears a Breitling, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Always loved Breitling. The original aerospace titanium that I had in early 90s. Absolutely beautiful, and it still is. It's still in beautiful condition. Then again, I do look after them. Would I buy another B70? I would be very, very cautious about buying a B70, especially if it was off eBay, where there wasn't somewhere that you could take it back. I would be very, very cautious. What do you think? Do you own a B70? Have you considered getting a B70? Tell me your thoughts. Whilst I drive here in my 14, coming up 15-year-old Mercedes E220 2.1 litre diesel estate with my Bichon Frise dog, Susie, who is strapped in as I go to the Potteries Motorcycles and Scooters Centre in Burslem, Staffordshire. Hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what your thoughts are. I've never had any problems with Breitling, but this B70 seems to be tickling me a bit, making me very nervous, because if I end up buggering off abroad, I've got no comeback. Got no comeback. I'm going to struggle to sort it out if I move abroad. And if the battery only lasts 6 months, I'm not going to be taking it to a Breitling boutique for them to change the battery for £200 or £300 every 6 months. We'll have to wait and see. Tell me what your thoughts are. Hope you found it interesting. See you soon. Thank you. Bye bye. What do you think, Susie? Did that go down well? 9,000 subscribers, Susie. We may be able to get some pension when we move abroad by working on YouTube. I should go full time. What do you think? We'll see about that.